So, Four Golden Nuggets is a show that I put together on YouTube back in July of 2016. It's hard to believe it's been over 6 months now. It's the second day of 2017, and I have got a special episode for you guys today. It's featuring a guy called Joe Gilani. He was my first episode ever back in July, and this time we did it remotely. He was in New York, and I was down here in the DMV Baltimore area, and we got it done. So, Joe is going to come on the show, and he is going to talk about how he's able to connect with so many awesome people, the value of using Facebook Live as a platform for connecting with people, what he does on a daily basis to stay positive, stay optimistic, and stay as upbeat as he does. And he's going to explain if today was his last day on Earth, what his message to the world would be on his last day. It's a great one, guys. Check it out.
I gotta grind, won't stop, hustle, won't quit, shine like no other, I be on some other shit. I got a high price lifestyle, super bad, if I want it, bet I got it, if I don't bet, all I gotta do is go, get, stay about my business, ball till I fall.
And I want to welcome Joe Gilani back on the Four Golden Nuggets. Joe Gilani was the first guest that I ever had on Four Golden Nuggets back in July. And he is the founder of BizClick and the founder of MindsetChoice.com. Really motivational guy. Definitely someone you want to follow on social media. Joe, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. What an honor it is to be back on the Four Golden Nuggets. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Bo. And by the way, I've sort of amalgamated the concept of BizClick and Mindset Choice from, as you know from before. The name of the company is Untangle, and I could get back to that. But either way, guys, I appreciate that, and I'm excited. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. I have to remember that for future interviews. So the two rules we got here are be comfortable saying exactly what you want. Don't use a filter. And we only got 4 golden nuggets, but talk for as long as you want.
I got it. All right, man. I remember that.
All right, so let's dive into it. So the first question is about Facebook Live. You've been hosting a lot of Facebook Live takeovers, and you've been doing it yourself too on different motivational topics. So what is the value of Facebook Live as a platform to put yourself out there?
The value of Facebook Live. Well, it just enhances everything that you are already doing. If you decide to use it at all. I happen to be using it every day, especially in a wave. Like I tend to do things in increments of 90 days, 100 days specifically to lead up to something. But it really depends what you're doing. For me, I use it as a form of connecting with people and a form of being able to brand myself with people who are not aware of who I am or my message. To be able to do that live and communicate with them on a just like a right now basis is definitely it's amazing. So communication for one is definitely there. Branding wise, just myself, my name, putting it out there, that for sure. But I think the main thing is that I use it for specifically that a lot of people don't know is that I use Facebook Live as almost a sense of like going to the gym. Like you know how you do anything is how you do everything. So like if you're consistent going to the gym, you'll be consistent with other things as long as you stay focused and consistent, right? That's the main message. But with particular thing, I found myself being very much more focused whenever I had to keep consistent with going on live Facebook or early in the year when I was doing a daily video on Facebook. Obviously recently it's been more live. In the past, it wasn't as much live, but it was just a thing to hold me accountable in all the other areas of my life. So I knew, look, if I didn't do Facebook Live, then I probably wouldn't do that other thing, and I probably wouldn't do that other thing. So let me just do Facebook Live so I know I have to get in the routine of doing it and just getting consistent in every single thing that I'm working on.
Yeah, no, you hit on a lot of great points there. I think the technology of it is really amazing. It wasn't that long ago that you had to pay millions of dollars to be able to go live to people. And it's really cool to get the instant feedback and responses and communication from people. So that's important. I'm glad we talked on that.
And just to add to that, Bo, it's like modern day news, right? Everybody was used to go when they see the word live, they used to like the news. They used to like watching TV from back in the 90s and the 80s, and even from for much further back than that. But it's like you could go on Facebook and you see a bunch of people live, and it's like, yo, what's happening in the mind of Bo today, right? Or what's
Yeah,
happening in the mind
yeah,
of Joe today, and that it's like that type of news. It's very very different. So, and I think it dives a lot deeper into what's happening in the different worlds that are out there, not just the world of like the media, what the media is depicting or saying.
yeah,
More
yeah,
people, more people who are maybe not as well known can speak louder through
yeah,
that channel, and that's the main one of the main things that I see
yeah.
happening.
Yeah, I mean, if you see with like everything that's going on in Syria and people are like broadcasting live from there, it's like we don't have to rely on CNN or Fox News. Like anyone can put content out there live, and it's really we live in incredible times, man. We really
Yeah,
do.
I mean, positioning is everything, right? What you might see on the news, you might not be able to get it. I mean, you're digging a lot deeper when you see somebody who's like just traveling somewhere, you right next to that thing that's happening that everyone in the media is like in a certain angle and they're saying a certain thing, but it's a lot more real sometimes, a lot more
Hmm.
visceral, and I think a lot of people appreciate that.
For sure, and we wouldn't be able to do this interview without that technology. So so there you go.
Case in point.
So our next question is about every time I speak to you, you're always in a good mood, always in an upbeat, positive mindset. So what habits do you do on a daily basis to or weekly basis to stay positive and upbeat?
I would say the main thing is how I start my mornings. Not that I let it define my whole day because things happen throughout the day and I have to reset, but I do reset my mind every single day through a ritual. It takes about 30 minutes, and what I do specifically is I focus on number one, gratitude, right?
Oh
So I
yeah.
focus on gratitude, but not just like listing out all the things that I'm grateful for. Not that, because I know a lot of people do that, and that is great. I focus more on three specific moments in time. One of them is a moment of joy. Another one is a moment of pride,
Yeah.
and another one is a moment of love.
Yeah.
Right. So, and it's something different every day. And I think about like, and I reflect back on my past and thinking about a moment of joy that I've had. And I could go back to my childhood, that moment of pride that I did something. I was just I'm grateful for that moment of pride, and then that moment of love, whether it's with somebody that I know, or just like something that somebody I just passed by, or just something a moment that I had on my own. I just go back to that, and then I go straight into energy, pumping myself up, getting right into my anchor, getting as excited as I could, and then I go right into my darkness, which is very, very unique. A lot of people don't speak about this, but I spend time really focusing on um, just pain, meaning pain from my past, pain from like
Wow.
times that when I struggled or things like that, because I don't want to go into the day forgetting about what that was like. I want, or even if it's something that's happening right now, I don't want to avoid it or throw it under the rug. I want to sort of face it, confront it at the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
So if it comes up throughout the day, it's like, oh, I already took care of that. And then after the pain, I go straight into visualizing, which I start visualizing into obviously the day, into the week, into the month, and start getting the painting the picture for myself, and then that's it. And those 30 minutes, really big part of it. But other than that, I mean, you'll hear this a lot, but just the reading is very important. Journalizing is something that I started picking up as well. I know
Yeah.
that's very good. I mean, but there's only so many things that you can do, because then again, that's part of your work is really getting your mind there. But you also have to take some time to get into action with some of the things that you want to do. It's not just about resetting your mind. Obviously, there's so many things nowadays, so many options of how you can put yourself in the right mindset. At the end of the day, I mean, you've got to once you've got it, you've got to go. I mean, you've got to take that action where the direction you're looking to take, whatever direction you're looking to take, you have to be able to just move forward. You can't keep thinking, "What's the silver bullet here? I have to figure it out, or I have to reset my mind." So don't be dependent on it, but it's something that you can do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So moments of pride, joy, love, pain, and then visualization and journaling. That's really cool. That's really powerful. So it's so easy to think that you're just naturally born upbeat or a positive person, but it's really more so about like making a conscious choice to do the rituals that will make you a positive, upbeat, happy person all the time. It's something that anyone can do. So that's a really good topic. I'm glad we spoke on that.
Yeah, thanks for that question.
So next question is about networking. You're in a lot of good relationships with a lot of amazing, awesome hustlers out there. So what's your secret sauce for connecting with all these great people?
Well, you're one of them, man. So you got to tell me, what did I do?
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, yeah. I think the main thing is that I look at connect. It depends how you look at connecting and networking. Because in the conversations that I've had with many people, I look at it very, very different. For me, it's a very different world. But that's something that happened by design. So for me, the art of really connecting is something that I practiced since I was a little kid, and I saw it very much so. Like I knew that, like it's very intentional. Is the best way to put it. The
Mm-hmm.
reason why I'm able to connect with people that way is because it is very much intentional. Meaning that I I, I have a specific art, and it's like it's where art meets science for networking for me, where I know that there's a certain things that work, and I do them, and I also do them very genuinely. Because if it's
Mm-hmm.
not genuine, then it doesn't matter. It's not like it. I don't want to make it seem like it's an automatic and that's just it. It's dry. Things work with people because I know that they do work, and I mean something specifically is really making people aware of their greatness, and more specifically, really making people aware of what they're really good at and
Mm-hmm.
what their passions are or what their skills are or talents are from an outside perspective. And that outside perspective, when I'm connecting, is me because I make it that way. Um, and I think that the differentiator is that not there's a lot of people who don't take time to really look at other people because they're so focused on what they're doing and how they can get better. And I'm just looking to see how I can help other people become better if they choose that they want to become better, and if they accept what I'm saying, then there's a connection there. And in that point in time, when I'm able to connect with somebody like that, they automatically feel like they want to add something to me. I don't really need them to, but really, for me, it's just really making that connection,
Yeah.
staying friends with them, becoming friends with them, going at a deeper, building out a deeper relationship with them. But normally, I mean, 11 times out of 10, they want to go the extra mile for me because of what I've done. And so I'm giving more strategies, more specifics, because I don't want to be ambiguous to say just connect with them or say something nice to them.
Yeah.
I want to say specifically, just like
Mm-hmm.
sort of like what growth hacking is in marketing. This is like a different type of hacking. Like it's almost like a connection hack,
Yeah.
being able to connect. And it's not wrong in saying, because it sounds that way. Sometimes people see it that way,
Oh,
but
not
it's
at all.
actually right. It's just basically there's certain principles that happens that respect and respecting somebody, being grateful. Those are very, very, very specific
Mm-hmm.
things that people do. Being empathetic, a lot of people speak about that. But being able to do those things consistently is a very, very different thing, and actually genuinely meaning them. So consistency, and also just being genuine with it. Because if you're not, if it's just consistency and you're just trying to get something from somebody, then people are going to see right through that. So to answer your question directly, how I'm able to connect with these people, it's the same thing. I mean, you look at people like whether it's uh, high level CEOs of companies, or if it's somebody who might be well connected with a celebrity, or somebody who is just somebody down the street and is a good person. They're all people, and that's the thing. I think that
Yeah.
every single person, they might have a frame of like who they are specifically, because they've achieved a certain something, and that they've gotten at a certain level in their minds of who they are. But there's a common denominator of how you treat people. It's respect, and it's definitely love, and it's definitely gratitude and empathy. But not everybody gets treated the same, specifically because everybody receives those things differently. Which means that what gratitude is to me might not be what gratitude is to you. So I'm
Yeah.
very, very cognitive as to paying attention to what that is for people, and that's how I end up connecting with people on a deeper level. Because once I'm in, then I'm able to sort of like dance with them and understand them more, and then start building that relationship from there. So, like I said, it's more like of an art of science to me than it is than just connecting with somebody, giving somebody a business card, and just like, grabbing their number. It's really like, this is like we're dancing here, and like it's
Yeah.
just, this is a ball, and we're just trying to see who's
Hmm.
gonna be, the dancing with the stars, like, sort of thing. Like
Yeah.
that's really how I look at networking and connecting. So that's why, I mean, if this was a business of connecting, then I've done really well. In my business, if this is a
Hmm.
business of connecting, specifically because I've done it with intention. And that's the main thing. It's like anything that you're looking to do, if you have an art and a science to it, and you start doing it with intention, and it's good intention, then you're gonna get some real results. And I've been able to do that connecting, which I'm very pleased with.
That's a really good answer. I read this book earlier this year, Never Eat Alone by Keith Ferrazzi, and you touched on a lot of the same core principles in networking. So, like showing people their strengths and what their greatness is, and genuinely focusing on helping them get to the next level and being consistent about it. So, I think if even one person watches this and picks up on that, that's really powerful, man.
Awesome, man. That sounds good.
All right, so we've got one final golden nugget for you. This is a question that I'm going to start asking a lot. So if today was, God forbid, if today was your last day on earth and you had one opportunity to look into the camera and say one important message or give your advice to the world, what would it be?
I hope you get rich. I hope you get rich in knowledge. I hope you get rich in adventure. I hope you get rich in love and gratitude and empathy, because those are the things that are going to count the most. That's what's going to really get left behind. It's you versus you. It's not you versus anyone. Just remember that when it's all said and done, it's not going to matter what Fred or George or Maria said about you. It's going to matter what you said about what they said about you, and
Mm-hmm.
how you let it affect you, and what you did with that information, and how much more did you move forward from day to day, and hour to hour, minute to minute, year to year. And you're just looking back at your time and saying that, what did I do? What have I done? You're not really saying what could I have done better, because at that point you're done. I mean, it's like, but I just want to say that rich part, that's so important, because it's more of living, more of breathing, more of reading, more of seeing, more of just anything you want to say. It's just like, keep doing it, and that's my main message. That's what I keep on doing. So just keep breathing.
I couldn't agree more, man. Joe, I want to thank you for all the awesome work you're doing, your inspiration to everyone around you. And thanks for being on the show for part 2. And everyone look out for more episodes from Joe Gilani.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you. See you soon.